What's up, guys? Eli here. Here today for a review. Haven't done very many of these, but it's something I'm kind of trying to get better at. Something I've wanted to do for a long time on this channel. I used to write for a blog at this point years ago, and I've done dozens and dozens of reviews. Writing them for me is just way easier than doing this video review shit. But I'm working on it. So anyways, what we have today is a tape that I've only gotten, I don't know, 2-3 weeks ago, something like that. And I've been listening to it ever since. I decided I was going to review it about a week ago, so I've just been playing it almost nonstop, and it's super enjoyable. We have Caged. This is an EP called Stricken by Continuance. I know it's very dark artwork. I apologize. You can look at it better online. I will attempt to show it a little better there. J-Card. It's put out by Transylvanian Tapes. Very nice purple cassette. So Caged are a doom death band out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. They only formed just a couple years ago, back in 2018. Transylvanian Tapes sticker, by the way. They make cool stickers. So yeah, doom death band out of Philly. Still fairly young. This is their first and so far only release. I've always been a fan of doom death. Louis, stop. Sorry. I've always been a big fan of doom death. In all its variants, and this one is no different. As a lot of doom death bands, they play a similar sound, a familiar sound, but they have their own their own twist and their own flavors on putting the two genres together. Doom metal, death metal, and Caged. They have their own sound. I gotta say, I was kind of struggling to find any super obvious comparisons or reference points. The only ones I could come up with, honestly, are, and it's not even really that close, but the only band that really came to mind was maybe Disembowelment out of Australia. We all love Disembowelment. Caged they're not a Disembowelment clone. I felt like I could maybe use them as a comparison, just a minor reference point in the way that, Disembowelment, they'd be that super slow, oppressive doom death metal, and then out of nowhere, they would up the tempo and go into a fast death metal part. Louis, stop. Sorry. Caged do that a little bit. They don't do it nearly as much as Disembowelment, but they do it at times. And they do it enough to keep my attention. Not that I have a problem with a band playing more or less the same tempo, throughout the entirety. And it's only I think it's a 30-minute EP, 20 or 30 minutes. So yeah, I'm not against listening to doom death of the same tempo for 20, 30 minutes. But and they're not switching tempos up intentionally to make a statement like, hey, look how progressive we are or anything like that. The tempo changes are few. But when they happen, there's a point to it. They'll go from this EP starts off kind of just your standard doom death metal, and then it gets really slow. It goes into funeral doom territory, as it does at times throughout the release. It'll dip into just straight funeral doom, usually for not a long period of time. And then they'll pick up and they'll go into a mid-paced death metal. I would say the kind of sub-mid pace is kind of where they're most comfortable at. But like I said, the tempos change in each song, just enough to keep you interested, not enough to make the song weird or they're not trying to sound technical or progressive. In fact, quite the opposite. This band is very, this is very, very primitive, doom death sounding, with some hints of maybe even some sludge metal. I think there's some, kind of sludgy riffs in there. I'm not a big sludge metal guy, But everything that this band does on this EP is to my tastes. You know, there's nothing on here that, you know, that made me cringe or that made me go, you know, that's not really, that part, that's not really my thing. Everything is, you know, this whole package is put together extremely well. And, you know, the elements combining doom metal, death metal, funeral doom, little bits of sludge, it all works very well. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what these guys can do next. If you know, I mean, this already sounds like, you know, they could have definitely stretched this out into a full length. You know, I feel like the talent, the potential is there. Yeah, I think they're going to have some great things to come. So pay attention. Caged from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Transylvanian Tapes. Check that out. It's a label that I had heard of but never have ordered from, so I'm definitely going to check out, you know, the rest of their releases, and I'm pretty excited for that. It's always fun to, you know, have a new label to kind of to browse through and, you know, see what they put out. So I have a couple of thoughts if I'm going to keep doing reviews, which I probably will. I kind of want to go one of two ways. I was thinking either just kind of do what I just did and what I've done on my last review. You know, you're looking at like 5 to 8 minute videos, I guess you could say. I was thinking of either keeping it that way or maybe putting like, I was thinking like a cluster of like 3 reviews together and just doing them back to back, and you're getting, you know, a 15 to 20 minute video, you know, 3 reviews in each video. That would obviously be more work on my end, which makes me kind of go, I don't know about that. But I do like the sound of, the, you know, the video being a little bit longer. I feel like if I'm doing 3 in one video as to just 1, I don't have to worry too much about going into you know, being super focused and, you know, making that one review really count and stand out. I feel like maybe if one of them's not so great, maybe the next one is a little better, and it all kind of just, you know, the whole video just kind of, you know, comes out as a, not a complete mess. But I don't know, what do you guys think? One review at a time, 3 at a time? I'm still deciding. But for now, you're getting the 1. I hope I helped kind of shed some light on this young band that definitely shows promise. And check it out. Let me know what you think. If you've already heard this EP, let me know what you think as well. Let me know what you think. And thanks for watching. We will talk soon. Louis says hello. Cheers.